Hey, welcome to day 3. You guys are in the home stretch. You can do this. This is all about small wins compounded day after day for big results. So if you're doing the work, you will get results. So same thing, same assignment today. Create your to-do list, make sure the items are manageable and small, and prioritize the top 2 to 3. Okay, so to add on to the last couple of days, I wanted to talk about distractions and making the time. So as far as distractions go, we all have distractions that we can't do anything about, right? We can't do anything about certain kid distractions. We can't do anything about when someone shows up at your house unexpected. But let's focus on the things we can do something about. So I want you to look at the past couple days and ask yourself, what were some of the problem areas, like where you got distracted? Go ahead and take a moment, pause this video, and write those down, because overcoming problems, the first step is identifying them. Did you write it down? So I'm going to share a couple of mine in case it gives you some ideas. So digital clutter can be a big thing for me if I'm sitting down to do paperwork or office work. So if I open up my computer and I have 20 tabs open like I like to do, very distracting, very distracting. I'll leave it at that. Another one that's super common for people is social media. We all know what it's like to jump down that rabbit hole. You open it up, you went on there to do something specific, maybe check into a group, talk to a friend, and then the cute kittens were staring at you, and before you know it, you're doing the empty glazed scroll. So if that's continuously a problem, you notice that you're losing time on it, go ahead and write into your schedule that you get 5 or 15 minutes to do that, or maybe that you have specific things to go to check in on. So that way, if you feel like, oh my gosh, what was I doing? You can go back and look, because when it's on paper, it's much easier to get back on task. Just a couple ideas. I know for me, if I'm trying to develop content, I literally have to turn the internet off because it can be such a distraction. You have so many notifications popping up all the time. And if I'm constantly responding to other people, then I'm not getting done what I need to get done first. So keep that in mind as you are working on your productivity pockets, as you look at the more productive times of your day. Okay, so that's a little bit about distractions. Definitely evaluate and think about where you've been distracted the last couple of days and if you can get some time there. The other way to get a little bit of extra time, because remember, we all have the same amount of time in the day. We all have 24 hours. And it only sucks to hear that sometimes because we've all fallen victim to wasting time, right? And sometimes wasting time is totally unintentional. So the other piece for productivity is called time chunking, and that is grouping like tasks together. For example, you need to mail some packages, you need to go to town you need to do some grocery shopping, you need to talk to a couple of people. Maybe you can combine all those things within an hour or two, right? Into a certain part of the day where they're all together, because we've all had times where we do things individually and it takes more time to get into that activity and out of it than it would be to group them all together. So some time tasks that I have, some time chunking categories I have include maybe self-care. If I am going to work out, I try to do that all together with some other self-care things like showering and all that other, you're getting ready in the morning is a type of task chunking. So I'm just trying to make it obvious here. Other ones that maybe we do sometimes include maybe like I was talking earlier about content creation and getting my own things done. And sometimes when I have got my schedule, I'll write down, like I'll give it a little star or an acronym or like a little symbol, so I know that I'm going to group certain tasks together. So maybe some fall in the morning, maybe some fall in the afternoon. It doesn't have to be complicated. It's just intentional and thoughtful. And when you're more intentional and thoughtful and you plan, you save more time, you get more done. So you guys have got this. Evaluate your distractions and think about chunking like tasks together to get more done in less time. So I will see you tomorrow.